Oh, yeah.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations of the Soul. I'm one of your co-hosts, Dr. Kiki Michelle.
I'm Mr. Carlyle, coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, we are so excited. What an awesome week we had over the weekend.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Virginia Meets Atlanta Fashion Show was Saturday. If you missed that show, you missed one of the best ones of the whole spring. I mean, just we shut it down.
It was the bomb.com.
Yes.
Diggity.
Yes.
And congratulations on winning the fashion designer showcase.
Oh, wow, yeah. Whoop, whoop,
Yes.
whoop, whoop.
Congratulations are in order.
Yes. I mean, it was so awesome. I mean, we had some dynamite, awesome designers that showed in the fashion show.
Yes, congratulations to everyone who made the cut, who showed up and did their thing.
And sorry for those that couldn't make it, due to the gas shortage. That was crazy. The gas shortage, and but I mean, it was standing room only. And we had models that flew in from California, Ohio.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, came up from Miami, Virginia, DC, New York. Ohio. Did I say?
We had a ball. Those that were even local to the Georgia area kind of scurried on in there. It was awesome. Yes. South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever you came from, we want to say thank you. Because of you, the show was a success. And even though the gas shortage was there, we said, the show must go on.
Yeah. Shout out to Wyndham Moss, Beauty and Barber magazine.
Beauty and Barber magazine.
Yes, one of the sponsors. And thanks go out to everybody that's participated, all the fantastic vendors, the makeup artists, 5 Minute Face, and a lot of the other makeup artists that came out and shut it down. And you shut it down on the red carpet.
Thank you.
And hosted.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Kiki Michelle, you couldn't tell her nothing.
I really enjoyed myself.
And she performed.
Yes.
Awesome
job. Sung Move of God. I opened the show. I had thought I was going to sing Everybody Treat Her Right. And I thought, no, we're going to start this off and bring God into this scenario. So it was great networking opportunity.
Yes.
Several news and media outlets, magazines, radio, television shows. So we are still getting some fabulous footage. I want to say shout out to everyone who was there.
Yes.
People actually weren't a part of the program, but they actually flew into town, drove into town, took a bus, train, however, to get here for the show. And we appreciate you. I think so many people were just kind of ready to do something with the whole pandemic, the whole country's opening back up. And we're so glad that you decided to come on to the ATL and we can spend a couple days together. It was awesome.
People were saying, listen, I'm coming. I don't care what kind of gas shortage it is. I'm coming, and I've been waiting on this show to go down. And the models, they slayed the runway.
They did.
Fantastic job to everybody. We had about 70 models, didn't we?
Yes, they were. It was close to 100. I lost count after 70.
Yes.
So it was awesome. I tell you, and sometimes I guess people feel like they can come and talk to me and tell me things.
Right.
I appreciate when models. Quantum was off, but it was on. Quantum talks to counseling practice.
Yeah.
But it's so good to connect with people who feel like they can just say, "Oh, hey,
Right.
Woo. Yeah. So it was a huge honor to be there. I met so many fabulous people, even on the red carpet, before and after the show. And it's just proof positive because even with interviewing, there were several people who actually started their businesses during the pandemic.
Yes, indeed.
And so to, be a vendor or have a product to launch, it's just proof that there's no excuses. Shout out to Dr. Reba. Woo woo.
Yes.
Perry Sally from New York City. She came out and supported. And of course, got to get you that t-shirt, ma'am.
Yes. And it's Vegas. I mean, was in the building.
Yes, shout out to Miss Vegas ATL. Working on some things. She has a beautiful smell collection, her perfume collection. That's awesome.
Okay. Is that what you have on there?
Yeah. No, I don't have that on right now, but it smells really good. Yeah. You know, we had vendors, and so it was. I want to tell you congratulations because you worked, and I witnessed you work with every fiber of your being for the last month and a half, and especially for the last 3 weeks to get the show together. And so people don't think people think, oh, okay, it was just a little show. No, there is a lot of pre-prep.
Oh my God.
Okay. And you know, and then him being an executive producer of a show and being a designer, that's a double whammy.
That was a double whammy, and it was hard work, and for the designers that couldn't make it due to the shortage and the pandemic, I mean, then I had to step up, you know, and furnish clothes for a lot of the models who didn't have anything, you know, and that's what I do. I always be prepared. I'm like a Boy Scout, you know, be prepared all the time, you know, for whatever may happen. So everybody that came to town, and they walked in the show, and that's my point. Everybody who comes for our events, you know, the events that I do, I make sure everybody walks, you know, I mean, at least 2 times at least.
Yeah.
You know?
See, and we had fabulous judges, and we want to give a shout out to who you were, who stepped in, who
Travis Winky from Baltimore, so the Prince of Fashion. He was one of our judges.
Yes.
The Golden Lady.
Yes, Eagle Maserati, Cal Dawson. Listen, we couldn't have done it without you.
Hello.
And so I want to piggyback on what you shared, the fact that people came from far and near, and because life is what it is, designers couldn't make it or chose not to or what have you. Those models are already in place, had hotel rooms booked, and some brought their own makeup teams, and they were ready to show. Had you not stepped up to have something for everybody, I think it would have been a whole nother ball game.
You know, and you don't want the models to feel like they're not welcome, or they just came for nothing, you know, and couldn't shine on the runway. So, you know, and it's a whole lot of preparation goes towards that, and making sure that people are enjoying themselves when they come to town, because you want them to come back and support you again.
Right.
You know, and so that's so important. Treat the people right, how you want to be treated. I mean, that's so important. And shout out to the vendors. I mean, we had some awesome vendors that came in, and I mean, just really showcase everything, you know.
Sure. Can I see the award, please?
Yes.
May I?
Yes.
So, first place, how does it feel to be a designer, fashion designer, in the first place?
You know,
tell me about that.
It's hard work. I have been blessed, you know, throughout my career, and being an award-winning designer, you know, on several other platforms before this one. You know, I'm really blessed, and I mean, it's just an awesome feeling to be recognized by your peers, you know, and I mean, and when you do a competition, I don't like doing competitions, to be honest with you, because I feel like all the designers are great, you know, and however they showcase, but it's up to the judges who are, you know, fashionistas who know fashion. They see things, you know, it's up to them to judge and you know, make the final decision, you know, and it was no going behind the door or going back and scratch somebody's name on, you know, and put somebody else's name on it. None of that foolishness goes on.
He had judge sheets where they had categories, and I actually had parents of models come up to me, kind of like concerned that, oh my God, is it a model competition? I'm not sure my child is prepared. I'm like, relax. This is a designer competition.
The wording on the flyer tell you what the show is, and that's what it's all about. It's nothing more than that, you know. It doesn't say, you know, a model competition, because that's done, I mean, totally different. You know, it's totally different how you judge that. You know, it's certain things that you judge, their walk, their presentation, et cetera, et cetera. So it was about the best, you know, are the best, you know, and you know, that's the bottom line, you know, and I work hard to showcase different looks for everybody, you know, from formal wear to tuxedo looks to, I mean, urban wear, you know, and you know, just unique I mean, just clothes that are very unique, you know, whether it's couture, fashion, you know, I don't, and then I dabble in other things, stage wear too, you know, and so we try to represent all those different categories, you know, and of fashion. And shout out to, like I said, to everybody that was a part of it, because we had some awesome designers, and I wish the other designers had showed. Then, hey, maybe the outcome may have been different, you know, because I know the other designers that were invited, they're outstanding too, you know.
Well, you know, I'm under the belief that promotion comes from God.
Yes.
Hello. So every way that he allows your gifts to shine,
yes,
it's a testament to him.
Absolutely.
It's not about where you are, who's the judge, what you did. Promotion comes from God, and we should do a little more celebrating our brothers and sisters, right, and people who actually get to certain levels, because it's a testament that you can do the same thing. Like, and your hard work is recognized and it pays off. And that's what it should be about. Not, well, why did they do that, or who, you know, you know, one thing about it is we've got to stop being so small-minded in thinking as a people. And, you know, because we have to start thinking that sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. It's never a loss. Right. There's things that you could gather. And I spoke to some designers who were actually in the audience, yes, who said, wow, this is fabulous. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to be a part of it. I chose to sit this one out so I can be in the next one, so I'll know what to do and what not to do. Right. So that to me is a winner's attitude.
And it was a learning process for those who had never been on a platform like that, because as a mentor and helping other designers to get to the next level and other models to get to the level, that's the whole thing about me doing shows, is to help them grow their brand and help them strive to be better models and learn techniques and be professional. It's about professionalism. It's not a circus. It's not, you know, that you're out there to one that got the best kick and the best, you know,
and the next pop and the lap and the twerk,
and all that, you know, and you know, it's not all about that. You know, it's all about being classy. I mean, and so different people have different ways that they train and they teach. You know, some people that are coordinators, they think this is the right way to do this, the right way to do that, you know, and stuff like that. But when you go to the next level of real modeling, trust me, it's a whole different ball game. So I try to educate the models to let them know that, and that this platform that you're on now is to elevate you to the next platform. Okay. I don't want to take anything away from those coordinators and people from out of town and have their style of teaching and things like that. But when you come to an event that I'm doing, you know, I'm on a different level. Okay, I'm on a totally different level than you know. I feel like I'm on a totally different level than they are when you're trying to do something, you know, that's not appropriate or not professional. And then again, I work with so many different, you know, event planners and model coaches and New York Fashion Week shows and major events like that, you know, and the Super Bowl as well. And
international shows.
And international shows. So they're totally different. You know, if you look at pageants, notice how each, I don't care how many people in a pageant from different states, trust me, they're gonna still do the same thing, the same walk. Okay, they're gonna walk, all of them gonna walk the same way. They're gonna turn the same way. And they're not doing nothing extra. Okay.
They're gonna do what, and see, models need to understand something. Yes, you are there to shine. Your presence there is a way of shining. However, as a model, what I've observed in the years that I've been around fashion with Mr. Carlyle is that the model is in essence a coat hanger. Like you are there to promote the garments, to sell the garment, to effortlessly showcase that designer.
Right.
I will say that in just watching from alongside the stage, models, there was a gentleman who I believe he said he came from one of the southern states, but every time he walked that runway, he literally just simply walked.
That's
He
right.
wasn't putting his hand up, he wasn't popping, he wasn't locking. He just
Very
gently
professional.
walked. His presence on the stage, everybody kept clapping for him,
Yes.
standing up. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it that's what professionalism is. And so we have to understand that as a model, you have to take direction from that designer.
Exactly.
It's not what I don't want to wear this. I don't want you know, at a point, it's we should look at it as it's a blessing to even be on a platform to be a model versus, well, why can't I wear this? I don't want to wear this.
Yes.
Or
and you have that back. I mean, you'd be surprised what come out of some of the models' mouths, you know, when you're putting outfits on them. Now, as a designer, you know what looks good on, and you know what you want to have them to wear. And then they may not like that because they may say, oh, that's old fashioned, or no, I don't want to wear that. You know, give me something else, and this, that, the other. No, it's not about that. And then again, if you look at a high-end fashion show, like Calvin Klein or Versace, and the big shows like that in New York Fashion Week shows, the models all have their hair the same way,
ponytail
in a
normally.
ponytail, okay, and they walk the same way,
right,
every time. They don't do anything with their hands, but have their hands straight down to the side, and look just like a mannequin, actually, you know, because that's what it's all about when we do a designer collection. But we had a great time, and we hope that everybody just I mean, we look forward to seeing them at the next events coming up, and being a part of our other events that we have. You know, thanks for showing so much love for the event, and shout out to the DoubleTree. The DoubleTree really had it laid out for us, you know,
every city,
and every city, yes, and you know, so we just want to send a shout out to Sade Davis over at the DoubleTree. You know, they did a fantastic job at holding it down. You know, because the hotel was packed. I mean,
oh my goodness,
the hotel was packed, and the hotel was jumping.
It was like if you thought you was gonna just waltz in and get a parking spot, not happening. One guest flew in and got the very last room on the red carpet and said, "Oh my God!" I said, "You know what? It was meant for you to be here."
Okay.
You know, and you know, even on the red carpet and interviewing people, I mean, some people were just literally just shaking and excited because it was their first ever opportunity modeling.
Yes.
First ever show, first. So this particular event was a lot of firsts for a lot of people.
It was.
And so we're hoping that you will continue to grow your brand, to be coachable, to be willing to listen and follow those in the industry who are doing it, have done it for years, and know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Proof positive. Several bookings came out of that event for you.
Yes, indeed. You know, and I just want to touch on one special designer, Buttercup. Yes, she's an awesome designer here in Atlanta. She's deaf, and nothing stops this young lady. I mean, nothing stops her creativity, and she presented very well her collection. You know, and shout out to her mom and everybody that supports her team. And we had some people in the audience too, and they were definitely, you know, excited about the fashion show, you know. So we just want to say thank you for being a part of it, because she was very excited to be a part of this competition too, you know, and ready for the next one. You know, and ready for the next one, you know. So you have gotten a lot of I mean, upcoming events, dates too,
I'm
and
excited.
coming up too,
Yeah.
from this show as well, and we're looking forward to doing some great things. And when I mean, we had a lot of different producers there that was there watching, and also uh, invite us to do some upcoming events. So we
Right.
look forward to sharing those events coming up in the future. We got the Black Beauty Expo coming in August here in Atlanta. We have the show Nedra Designs
Yeah,
coming
PA,
up
here we come,
in
baby.
Pennsylvania. Yes, yes. And Mount Belton, Pennsylvania. That's gonna be next month. And we have other events coming up as well, as far as from the Capital City Fashion Week. That's going to be held in Willingboro, New Jersey. That's going to be a
Ooh.
hot show as well. And Holt, Ohio, Fashion Week in Mentor, Ohio. We're looking forward to that. And New York Fashion Week going to be in September. Yeah, we're going to be a part of the New York Fashion Week 2.0 show. That's going to be at the Stewart Hotel September 10th and 11th. And looking forward to being a part of those events as well. So shout out to everybody that really took part of that, and thank those who participated and sponsored. So, stay tuned, stay locked with us.
Yeah, and I want to just say in general, without going into details, I personally appreciate how when adverse conversation or energy was presented to you, that you still stayed focused on the reason that you were there. You could have veered off and truly just lost total professionalism, but you didn't. And I want to thank you for that. Everybody was looking and watching, and even with moving on and the show goes on, um, my point is certain models got upset at the way you were treated. Mm-hmm. And it bothered them so that they decided they only wanted to work with you going forward, and they only want to model for you going forward, is what I was told by several designers. So models. So I want to tell you, thank you, because I'm under the impression and persuasion that everything that we do is all about ministry. Yes. I don't care where we are, what we're doing. We are there to magnify.
But people will pull your string a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? So I had to bring my Ernest B. Williams attitude out. That's my dad's name,
okay.
Because he was a fireball. He didn't play. So that's where I get that from. Yeah. So I had to bring that part of me out. On a couple of occasions. To check people, because people think that that you could be a pushover, or you don't know what you're doing, so you have to check them, and put them in their place. So we just thankful that everything worked out.
But let me just say this,
and the show.
Okay, we awesome. Have to learn how to respect men, ladies. I'm sure people might tune out at this point, but we have to learn how to respect men. There are a lot of women who don't have respect for men, and there's a lot of men that don't have respect for women, but there's this attitude of you're beneath me. I'm gonna just squash anything you're saying or doing because I'm in charge. You don't know nothing, even if they don't know everything. Mm-hmm. And so I think and we had a conversation, even with our son on this past weekend, that it's important for men to be respected. It's important for women and little girls to be taught how to be respectful of a male. We've gotten so strong and so much in charge, and who you talking to, and wanting, to pretty much tell somebody sit down and shut up, where we've missed the whole opportunity to own our position. I'm not gonna say stay in your place, but own our position such that we're letting someone have the respect that they deserve. Doesn't mean you agree with them, but the respect that they deserve, because after all, respect is free. Absolutely. So like I said, I just reserved, and I know other people who would have come completely out of character, saved or no saved, and they would probably drop some words that probably wouldn't have been professional.
My pastor was in the building, so I could.
That would have been another Sunday
yeah,
service.
That would have been a Sunday service. Yeah. It might be part of the service too next Sunday. But anyway, we just want to say thank you, and keep supporting our events coming up, because we'll be letting you know what's next and what's happening here and there, with everything that's happening, and just be safe out there, and love each other, regardless on what may happen and what may comes your way, just don't give up, and like I said, we got a lot of things coming up this year. They lifted the mask requirements on a lot of places, even New York, and a lot of places, you don't have to wear your indoor, outdoor, whatever, if you already got your COVID shot, and so yeah, it's, maybe things are getting better. So we're just gonna stay safe, stay prayed up, and let God have his way.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Wow. So I tell you, I've really enjoyed myself. And I appreciate our platform, Conversations of the Soul. It's an opportunity for us to talk about real life. And guess what? And we're living it every single day, which means you can live it too. How about the conflict in the Middle East? Now, I'm going to say this was unheard of the time Trump was in there. I'm just going to say, okay.
Well, see, right now, what's going on there, because the Democrats are in leadership power, in the White House, they wanted to disrupt, just create all kind of craziness going on. Even, because they hate the way that Biden is handling things. So they had that's why this gas shortage.
But what does the Middle East crisis have to do with Biden?
But no, I'm just saying, I'm just leading towards that, because everything that's going on right now has been occurring because Biden is in office. There was no war when Trump was going on. There was no fighting
because of his policies.
Because his policies still, but the policies still are in place. But then it just depends on what's going on. People want to just step to the left, and we didn't have no gas shortage. We had those problems and things like that because they wanted to actually punish those down here in Georgia, because the gas pipeline home office is in Marietta, Georgia. So, they say, okay, well, let's just stop the gas and because of what has happened with the vote, and that's this one. I'm just giving my opinion, with the Senate race and representative, being selected and elected from Georgia to take over the House, and so they was upset about that anyway, that it's Democratic time, it's the democracy, what's going on over there with the strike on Israel and fighting and stuff like that, it's all about people trying to make waves, and disrupt the society.
It's a lot going on. Crime in Atlanta is through the roof.
Oh wow.
The pipeline folks who, were
15-year-olds.
They actually gave them the ransom.
Yeah.
That tells me the next time they want millions and millions of dollars, they're gonna do the same thing. You just set a precedence for them to keep doing that.
But in paying that, you find out who's behind it. There's a reason for it too. So they ain't gonna miss that $5 million or whatever, whatever the ransom was, but they get their money back, because everything they're insured, for millions of dollars, of course, but that's the trail of the money will tell you who did it. So they pinpoint exactly who did it over in Russia. Now they can move forward and going after them. So but at least we got a gas.
Well, Georgia is still like 35% of the way dry gas. Certain stations don't have gas. up and down the East Coast, they're saying it might be several more weeks, not days, before there is gas. And I think that is very, very concerning, how we've become so dependent upon a commodity. And if something happens, someone wants to have larceny in their heart and, you know, sabotage something, now we gotta be on hold again and have your plans dismantled. And here's the thing: every spring, summer, gas prices go up. So it's almost like, I don't know who's behind it. I mean, we might be able to follow the money trail to say, oh, this is, if they probably set up a fake account to get the money. I don't know. But trust me, everybody's going to benefit from it, because certain places had gas for $7.99. Like, what? That's crazy. So, per gallon. So, I'm just glad everything is slowly but surely, I won't say get back to normal, but at least things are opening back up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that crime issue in Atlanta,
through the roof.
Even Kasim might come back and run.
I don't think so.
Well, he's been doing a lot of chit chat, and then he said he'll let people know in 10 days. This is about 5 days ago. So
do you really think that he'll be able to come back to be mayor of Atlanta after what all went on with the people that were surrounding him? All of them went to jail.
We will see. We'll be watching.
Yeah.
We'll be watching. Wow.
What's your vote?
Well, I no longer reside in the city of Atlanta. I'm just saying, I've been connected to some of those neighborhood apps to tell you what's happening in the area. And sometimes it's disturbing. Like, it's too much, but there's a morale issue with the police. They don't feel like they have backing. People don't want to be a police officer. Just that whole conversation of Rashard Brooks being shot and killed by the police officer, and then they fired him. He just got his job back.
Right.
So it's a lot of turmoil. So I'll just say we'll be watching. I don't personally have a vote on that, but I feel like every couple of years Atlanta does go through this crime cycle where
they do.
Yes, there's something happening, and you have just this burst of negative energy. So before we move on, what are all these letters behind us?
Oh, okay. These are the door openers.
I like that.
Yes, these are the door openers to different events that we have. I'm the founder of Durham, North Carolina Fashion Week. I'm also the founder of East Coast Fashion Week, and also this Fashion Week in Atlanta. And so these are, you're actually in Studio C right now. So this is the studio where we have everything set up in different areas. We also have Studio K over there and Kiki Global Studio. And we're just blessed.
God is good.
God is good.
Yes, yes. I'm excited about some things we have on the horizon. We were just asked to contribute to a book coming out in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be sharing more information about how you can support the initiative. I think it's really important, especially in the fashion industry. Of course, I have a book coming out, Sleeping to the Top.
Well, whatever.
Sleeping to the Top. You are going to be on the edge of your seat, watching and trying to relive what is being shared.
Yes.
Mr. Carlyle's coming, right? Your book is coming.
Yes, we're working on it for sure. There's a lot of things we want to share, and about my journey, and it's exciting. It really is. To be able to share those things, coming for sure. So stay tuned, stay locked. Here the conversation. So, and we'll see you real soon.
Till next time.
Yes.
Be blessed.
We're gonna have some more gossip too. Some things going on. Yeah, situations. Yeah, things going on around here in Atlanta and other cities. Wow. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Bye.